Alright, so I'm having way too much fun with this first-person video stuff, so I'm going to make one more video today. It's also going to be about the KSG, and it's going to be about a specific problem that I had with it. I mentioned stickiness issues that I had in other videos. I sent it to KelTec, they fixed it. This now cycles everything, never sticks. It's perfect, I love it, it's awesome. Very smooth action, smoother than any of the other pumps I have, and I have like old Mossbergs and things like that. I had this one issue though, that I fixed myself, and it's an issue that I'm not sure if it's a problem with the newer ones. This is an earlier gen KelTec. I think it's one of the, maybe it's the second generation. I don't know how many generations there are, but it's not the latest one. It's not the one with this one has the four holes on the barrel nut. So, like I said, I don't know if this is still an issue, but I had some visitors over, friends from Europe, and they were all excited, you know, to shoot American guns, and I took this thing out and they were like, oh my God, you know, they were like, this is so cool and all that stuff. And we started shooting it and a weird thing happened. So obviously the shotgun's empty. What happened was I shot the gun, boom, and then I cycled the action, which I'm not going to do because that's going to reset the hammer. And then I went to shoot it again and this happened. So naturally I was confused, and for a moment I was like, did I forget to pump it? So I cycled it again and nothing. And then I was like, what the hell? And, you know, I kicked it like that, and then all of a sudden, boom, you know, it worked. So I tried it again, and it got stuck, and then I would smack it, and then it would work. So I took it apart, which I'm going to do now, and I'll show you what the problem was, so that if you have this issue, you can fix it. And I mentioned in another video, I have this sling mount pin. It's quick detach. You can find a link to that in the other video. So the issue was here. You could see that there are these metal bars on each side, which, you know, connect the trigger. Connect the trigger to the hammer. When you squeeze the trigger, the hammer falls. Then you cycle the action, it gets cocked, blah, blah, blah. So if you notice, there's this plastic piece here that has a metal pin in it that holds the hammer in place. At least I'm assuming it's metal. I mean, yeah, I think it, yeah, I took this apart, it is metal. So these metal bars that connect the hammer to the trigger mechanism, when it's cocked, if you can see, right against this plastic thing. And I don't know if you could see this, but there are well-worn grooves in the plastic here. So when my European friends were here, this was a relatively new gun, and there were no wear marks here. And what was happening was the hammer would get cocked, and then these would get stuck here, rubbing against the plastic. And that's why smacking it would, you know, free it, and then it would be ready to shoot again. So what I did was basically I just, you know, took this thing apart, and I sat there and I just went like that, you know, a few thousand times while pushing down, not a few thousand, you know what I mean, a bunch of times while pushing down on this. I think if I remember correctly, I put a zip tie on the trigger, and then I just pushed down on this and worked it back and forth until it cut holes, or not holes, grooves, into this plastic part, so that could never happen again. And of course, many thousands of rounds later, it never happened again. So that was good. Since I have this thing apart, mostly, the way you field strip it is now you take that out, and then you just pull this out, and then the bolt comes out. Oh shit, if my wife is gonna see what I'm doing to the blanket, she's gonna yell at me. And that's about all that you need to do to field strip this. To take this apart more, you have to go into a bit greater, well, a little bit more complex stuff like unscrewing things. But this is basic field stripping. You now have access to the chamber for cleaning, so you could stick a rod or whatever in there. All right, let's put this thing back together. Okay, so the bolt goes in this side up. This is the extractor, so that goes up. You want to feed the bolt under here, and this notch right here, that goes into this this square cutout, and then you feed it forward. There. Then you want to get this in here. And you want to make sure these, see how they separate in there? You want to get them around the bolt. There. And now that's all the way in. And then these two little teeth go in this cutout right here, not under here, but under here. See this notch goes around that thing and it goes in here. The hammer should be cocked. Push it down, and that's it. You basically reinsert your pins. Wait, that's the quick pin. And I want my sling on this side, so I put the pin in from here. And again, this pin is not stock. It's a very neat quick detach sling mount. So that's the problem I had. If you have an older KSG, or if they still have that same setup on your new one, you might want to do what I did, you know, ride that hammer back and forth while pressing the bars down just to wear that in. It probably won't happen to you because I haven't found this online. You know, no one else has complained about it, but it could. And so, you know, it doesn't hurt to, you know, just to make sure it never does. It's not a difficult thing to do. You know, take 20 minutes while watching TV. Anyway, thanks for watching.